Hello everybody, this is Jason, the Science Outreach Manager and the Life Science Educator here at the Children's Museum Houston. Right now I am inside the Art Academy because I am going to show you something really awesome. It is called When Fibonacci meets Mondrian. And what does that mean? I'll tell you that in a moment, but this is part of our Chill Out Wonder Week. And how is this part of our Chill Out Wonder Week? Because art and math can both be very meditative and can make you chill out. So we're going to start first with Fibonacci, and we're going to go ahead and pan on down, and you're going to look at this graph paper I have right here. Fibonacci was an Italian mathematician who came up with the Fibonacci sequence, named after him. And the Fibonacci sequence goes like this. You'll notice that right here I have painted the corners and the sides of a square. That square is exactly 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch, okay? That's why this graph paper is really important. So this is a square of 1. The Fibonacci sequence goes as such. You start with 1 and you go to the number behind 1, which would be 0, and you add those two together. So when you have 1 plus 0, you get 1. So you have a 1 square and another 1 square. Then you take this one and you add it to this one. 1 plus 1 is 2. And you can see the 2 square. Then you take 2 plus 1 and you get 3. And you get 3 plus 2 and you get 5. And you get 5 plus 3 and you get 8. And you take 8 plus 5 and you get 13. And after that, it doesn't really work, except you do take 13 and 8 and you do get 21 this way, but not 21 this way. And you keep on going. And if you notice, if you start at the far corner of this number 1 square, you get what we call the golden spiral. And this golden spiral is very important to nature. We see this in nature over and over again. We see it in seashells. We see it in the rings of trees. We see it in the anatomy, the inside anatomy of certain creatures. This is extremely important, and Fibonacci came up with this sequence, and right then and there, you'll learn a little bit of math. Now, who is Mondrian? Well, Pete Mondrian, or Mondrian, was a painter. He was an abstract artist, and he is very famous for this kind of design right here. He created these designs long before the fashion world became a big thing. We know fashion is really huge now. And what he basically did is he took shapes, usually quadrilaterals, which are like squares and rectangles, and he would paint them a very warm red or blue or yellow or white or gray. And he made sure to have them all outlined in black, as you can see what I did here. Now, what does this have to do with the Fibonacci sequence? Well, if you look, my 1 square is red, my second 1 square is white, my 2 square is blue. I did something a little interesting with my 3 square. I painted part of it yellow in a rectangle and part of it white. Then my 5 square is gray, and my 8 square, I painted all kinds of different colors, but following along the Mondrian pattern. So this is how I should say you can mix math and you can mix art in a very pleasing way. Now, the paints I used were acrylic paints, and I urge you to get some graph paper and do exactly what I just did. And you don't have to use paint. You can use markers, you can use crayons. Just keep in mind that Mondrian did use these very sharp primary colors of red, blue, yellow, whites, and grays, and always was outlined in black. Now, Mondrian got really famous in the 1960s because fashion designers started using the print I just showed you on dresses. And the haute couture, the really high fashion people, ate it up and loved it. And you would see really famous people wearing these kind of patterns all over the place, and you still see it today. So we can also say that not only is art meditative and art chills you out, but art is also really cool. cool in that kind of a sense, like something is really cool, like, you know, LeBron James might be cool, or Mike Trout might be cool, or Beyonce is cool. That's the kind of thing you want to keep in mind when you're thinking about all these different words. Okay, if you are watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and you will be notified of all of our other great art activities, our math activities, our science activities, our Mr. Oh Wow moments, our Tater Tot tunes, and our story times. Plus, if you're on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, please, if you make a Mondrian design mixing it with Fibonacci, go ahead and take a picture of it and post it, and you'll receive lots of likes and lots of loves and lots of attention and popularity. With that, I'm going to say goodbye for now. I hope to see you all soon. Hope you're doing well. Have a good day.